Hello everyone, I am Sir Jazz and today I will be presenting my completed action research funded under the fiscal year 2023 Basic Education Research Fund entitled Basic Skills and Performance in Creating Conceptual Framework of Grade 12 Students of Delia Jasmine National High School. For the context and rationale, in Practical Research 2, the learners are required to write a research title, state research questions, differentiate kinds of variables and their uses, illustrate and explain the conceptual framework, and learn the different competencies because they are deeply engaged in the actual pursuit of knowledge and skills. And since the learners during the time of the pandemic are staying and studying at home, characterized as diverse and only depend on the content of the self-learning modules, their teachers are facing challenges. Using intervention materials such as modules, work texts, and other worksheets, this can help the learners easily understand the lessons and increase their enthusiasm to study well the specific learning competency. The development of the work text will add to the richness of appropriate learning materials in the school, thus enhancing the curriculum materials in the local context. This is in line with theme number 1 of the Basic Education Research Agenda as stated in Depth Order number 39 Series 2016. Consequently, as reviewed by the researcher in the last 2 years of the administration of the midterm examination in Practical Research 2, in line with the K-12 curriculum, the test results seem to fail to answer the questions regarding illustrating and explaining conceptual framework correctly. In Delia Jasmine National High School, school year 2020 to 2021, 30 out of 37, and school year 2021 to 2022, 28 out of 38 students failed to get the correct answer in this competency. Thus, the competency to illustrate and explain conceptual framework became one of the least mastered skills in Practical Research 2 for the midterm examination as reflected in the test in the previous school years. In light of the aforementioned premises, the researcher embarks on a research study that is parallel to the national educational goal for the academic excellence. The proponent hopes that through developing a work text, the performance level of the students in the learning competency will increase. The action research questions of this study focused on the profile of the students, their basic skills, academic performance, the significant difference in students' academic performance, and the level of acceptability of the developed work text. For the action research methods, the researcher employed descriptive developmental evaluative method of research. In this study, the researcher developed a work text based on the identified least mastered skill, specifically illustrate and explain conceptual framework. After developing a work text, it was evaluated by the selected jurors as to the level of acceptability. To gather the data needed for the study, the researcher utilized a semi-structured researcher-made questionnaire and interview guide as the main data gathering instruments. Documentary analysis was also considered. The proposed intervention of this study is a work text focusing on illustrating and explaining conceptual framework. The work text will supplement the existing self-learning module. It consists of 6 major parts such as pre-assessment, presentation or introduction, modeling or teaching, guided practice, independent practice, and post-assessment. For the results and reflection, Table 1 showed the profile of the respondents. Based on the data, the following can be implied or concluded. First, students are at the right age to qualify as senior high school students. Second, students belong to the poor and low-income categories. It can be further implied that they don't have enough resources to consistently address their needs when it comes to their education, thus affecting their academic performance. Third, the distance of home from school has also been found to have a significant impact on the performance of students. In 2015, Miliwa said that the distance of a school affects the performance of students. He emphasized that the longer the distance of a school from a student's residence, the more tired and hungry the students becomes, hence it will negatively affect their academic performance. Regarding the result of the interview, according to research teachers, the basic skills needed to develop among students in creating conceptual framework are as follows. First, designs a research title. Second, states research questions. Third, conduct a review of related literature. And fourth, differentiate kinds of variables and their uses. They said that these skills or competencies must first be developed by the students for them to effectively construct their conceptual framework. For the performance of grade 12 students in creating conceptual framework before and after using the developed work text, as can be seen from the table 2, the test scores of grade 12 students were determined. For the pre-test, the mean of the class is 13.65. After the implementation of the developed work text, the score of the same students in the same competency is again determined. For the post-test, the mean of the 89 students is 21.94. An increase is then observed in the mean of the 89 students who participated in this study. The result therefore implies that the developed work text can be effective in enhancing the performance of students in creating a conceptual framework. Table 3 presented the comparison of the mean scores of the students before and after using the developed work text. A mean difference of 8.29 could be observed between the two mean scores. Although there was a gain right after, it would still be proper to test the significance of the said difference. The calculated t-value of 22.66 falls in the rejection region, considering the critical t-value of 1.662 at a 0.05 level of significance, so the null hypothesis was rejected. It was therefore concluded that there was a significant difference in the performance of the students before and after using the developed work text. This difference could be attributed to the fact that the respondents used the developed work text as an intervention. This implies that the use of the developed work text of students of the Legismo National High School has a significant effect in improving their performance. Regarding the level of acceptability of the developed work text as evaluated by Ma'am Sinan Rafael, Sir Aaron Sardo, and Ma'am Lovella Avellana, master teachers from Moreno Integrated School, the four factors were rated as follows. Content had a score of 27.33, while format had 71.67. As to presentation and organization, it was 20, and accuracy and up-to-datedness was computed with a mean score of 24. Therefore, the overall level of acceptability of the developed work text considering all aspects were rated passed based on the evaluation rating sheet for the print resources. For the dissemination, utilization, and advocacy, in this study, the proponent, with the participation of teachers and supervision of the school head, formulated this action plan. It consists of the objectives or targets, activities or strategies, time frame, persons involved, resources requirement, and success indicators or expected outcomes. Feedback and results of the implementation of the action research and utilization of the developed work text were discussed in School-Based Learning Action Cell on April 27 in the Lawigan National High School and May 5 in the Legismo National High School. All teachers were grateful to have certain guidance in conducting action research. So here is the financial report of this study. This presents the expenses for each activity in pre-implementation, during implementation, and post-implementation phases. And these are my references. Thank you everyone for listening, and God bless us all.